All right, so I don't see Nell yet, so let's go ahead and get started. Or did I miss her?
I just started the recording. No,
All
I don't
right,
see her.
great.
Yeah, it's running.
It'll be a very busy day for everybody. Okay, so what we're gonna do is basically we're just gonna kind of give a really brief, what's going on with us and our projects and where we're at, and just kind of go around the room and updates. So um, again, I'm just gonna start like Nell does with the first person on my list, and it's John. So keep going.
All right. Hey, so I'm switching or transitioning for a short time to the Sim Lab. I'll be helping Charles with Sim Lab and 311 projects related to the Sim Lab. Actually, 311 and 312 actually. So the orientation activities, tying them into things that have already been created, and seeing how, what we can do with that. That way by January or so, when the Sim Lab is up and running, we hope, we'll have materials for that. I'm also involved in the JW thing, so I've spent some time this week over on campus. That was nice seeing some faces over there. So I talked to Jovita and Terry. And then, of course, we're going to be doing that on Friday. So 3 of us are singing national anthem. And that's the least I could do for JW. Tried recording a message, spent an hour or so trying to do a heartfelt thing and getting the right background and everything. And I think when you don't have a free Zoom account, or not free, when you have the free Zoom account, it doesn't download anything to the cloud. It goes to your hard drive, but it takes 24 hours. At least did for me. It may take up to 72 hours, it says. So I think you have the paid subscription, I think. Anyway, and I've also was tweaking, had a lot of writer's block on an activity. I had posted a list of abbreviations, acronyms. I had a very text-heavy introduction to that. I hadn't really worked on it as an activity, but Jean and I, she gave me some feedback and I'm totally reworking it. So, but now that'll put that on hold for a while. So that's what I'm doing.
Sounds awesome.
Thank you. And again, thank you for your flexibility, John. We really appreciate it. And Robert, you're next.
Hello, everybody. Coming to you live from VBS Studios. Yeah, and I will record on my phone. Thank you for the reminder, by the way. I can do video recording. I think we all can probably these days on my phone and send it to you that way. I think it should be okay. Or upload it somehow so you can get it. So yeah, so VBS today. Other than that, 312, had a good meeting with Gene this week about, I got 4 CRM activities in the making. What we want to do, what I want to do, and Gene was cool with it, seems cool with it. Instead of doing piecemeal tryouts, doing like, one activity at a time, which is awesome. I want to do a whole day of tryouts, like a CRM, because it's supposed to be on a Monday. So maybe after the first period, then I would come in and do 4 activities. So over the course of 3 or 4 periods, and then maybe some folks, other curriculum developers can zoom in and observe and take notes and give feedback as well. So that's what we're looking at. Maybe doing it next month. Maybe it's a good time to do it before the holiday shutdown in December. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So besides that, just doing a lot of other stuff besides aviation, English, professional development council. We're meeting tomorrow, timesheet stuff, VBS stuff, and there's something else that I can't think of right now. But anyway, that's pretty much it right now. So, and yeah, Captivate's fun. I'm learning with that. I've learned with that. So, and thank you all for who gave, some of you checked it out and gave feedback. Really appreciate it. All right. Thank you. That's it.
Hey, Robert, we're very excited about it. And what I'm saying, I spoke to Nelda about it during our PO meeting, and yeah, she was, I just thought this is so very innovative, and especially with the full tryout with the Zoom. And again, I encourage everybody to observe if they can, to give Robert feedback, coordinate with him. But I'm also very excited. I also want to see, again, how the students also respond to Captivate, especially with the homework. And also, I want to see at the end of your activity, there's a very long reading passage. I want to see how well our students work with it. And because I know that we have to be, I'm chunking, but I also know that we have, they have a lot of reading to do at follow-on training. So that's why. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, real
I'm
quick,
looking-
Gene. Oh, sorry. I got to give a shout out to Guy again,
Yeah, go ahead.
who's not here. Well, actually, he is here because he's on the other side of the VBS room. But with Captivate, because he sort of encouraged us to sort of play around. I know not everybody has it on their computer, so you can't just, utilize it right now. But yeah, once you get in there, start tinkering around with it, like anything, you kind of start figuring some stuff out. So, and I know one of the drawbacks was because when it plays, it'll just kind of go to the next screen unless you pause it. But I just asked him today, I said, well, how can you do that? He told me a way to go in there to make sure it won't advance to the next screen until you click, like a PowerPoint would, So anyway, so that was kind of the one thing we needed to kind of fix with it. So
Yeah, and I'm watching
That's
to
it,
see.
yeah.
I'm watching to see where it goes. So because we're gonna steal it.
yeah, right. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, that's fun. We'll see how it goes. And then again, one reason I started working with it, because I've had it on my computer for a year now.
Yeah.
But we were doing other stuff. But I was sort of bored with a standard reading activity. Okay, you read and do this. I'm like, okay, how can we make this more interactive? So I thought, well, let's try Captivate. So yeah, you can put in progress checks, while they're doing it. You can set it up to have them record their scores are recorded and stuff. So it's kind of cool that way. And so anyway, but we'll see. Thank you.
Yeah, can I chime in, Robert?
Sure, please.
Captivate or Canvas or any of these things, we're moving that way. We're really going to have to force instructors to adapt to that, adopt that ability anyway to use this technology. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
great technology. It's wonderful to work with this stuff, create stuff, and it's very efficient. Our kids have been sitting on this stuff for months or a couple of years now.
Yeah.
With their schools. So there's no reason we can't be flexible, or our instructors can't be flexible. So
I don't think the instructors are going to have a hard time with it when it's ready to go. They're not programming Captivate. They're just having to push a button to make it go. So
yeah,
I don't,
how long that takes.
Actually, I think it's more on making sure that our infrastructure is there it'll run smoothly.
Yeah.
That's when
God.
teachers have a hard time, is when it doesn't run smoothly.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I know. So just saying, I don't think that the actual Captivate programs are going to be hard to use once they're created. Now, creating them, that's another story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, luckily they're HTML5, so they'll be less likely to fail than the smart board activities and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Next person, Jim.
Okay, I've been working with Julie to finish up the homework stuff. And a day or two ago, I submitted some stuff for stand-ups and impromptus. I sent that into Charles. And now I'm working on terminology.
Yeah, these guys are keeping me busy.
Hey, Jim, I heard that you're now our new aviation wordmeister.
Yep.
Well, I'm working on it.
Just keep in mind too, that not only are you working on the 311 objective vocabulary and everything, but anything that's brand new and stuff, it's going to affect the aviation glossary. So
Mhm.
any brand new terms and examples will be also moving into the 300. So you're actually doing a little bit more than just in 311. You're also impacting, and we will have to be working to update the glossary at the same time. So it's really important.
Okay.
I hadn't
I'll
actually
keep
thought
that
of
in
that.
mind.
Yeah, I hadn't actually thought of that. That's true.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else for us, Jim?
Nope.
Thank you. Julie?
Hello. I'm also working with Jim on the homework, and I'm looking for, we're looking for some volunteers who would be willing to provide feedback on the homework. Unit 1, we've already received the homework, the feedback. It's not a formal peer review, just providing some feedback and, you know, your opinions, that kind of thing. So for units 2, 3, and 4, we're looking for I wanted to see if there were volunteers before I just started sending emails to people. And dead silence.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Send it to
I was
me.
pondering.
Okay, I heard that, Ree. I heard that, Ree.
Also, John has his thumb up.
Oh, thumb up. Okay, so
Yeah,
I slipped. No, just kidding.
are you serious? No,
No
John,
problem. I can
I
do
love
it. I
your
can do it.
feedback. I love your feedback. Don't ever feel bad about giving too much feedback. So I have John and Ree.
And do you want to try and see if Mr. Stiglitz guy is available?
Yeah. The thing is, I'm trying not to, like, I already tapped John and Guy before for another.
Julie, you're welcome to always send something to me too. I don't mind. I would rather it be sent, you know, tell me it's my assignment. I see all these things about, oh, if you go look at this, go look at that. If it's not an assignment, I'm probably not going to go do it. But if so, please, you're always welcome to send me one.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you. And I'll check in with Beth when is she on leave this week?
She
When
is, yes.
Back next week. Yeah. And check in with her. So thank you.
I can ask Guy is here right now, but Julie, when do you need stuff back by?
I mean, it's not a rush on it. Basically, since it's not a formal peer review, what I do is I just share a Google Doc, and you can just go in there and write your comments and anything.
Oh, yeah, right on.
directly- Yeah, write it directly on the document. It makes it easier because I don't want to have like 14 different running copies that I then
Yeah.
try to synthesize, you know, with everything. I like to just keep it one, and I can see everybody's comments and notes on the same document.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I can give it a shot. Next week I'm on leave. Well, we're all on vacation next Wednesday, but Thursday, Friday I'm off. I don't know. I try to get to it before Tuesday is over, but
Yeah, I
there's
don't
already
really-
stuff lined
I
up.
mean-
But
I mean, is there, I don't think it's like a super time sensitive thing, you know?
right,
If it takes like 2-3 weeks, it's okay. I don't think this is right, Charles? It's not
right.
done next week.
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's ongoing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always happy to do peer reviews. So hit me up anytime, you know. So
Okay,
I'll get to.
thank you.
I've got a question.
Added.
Oh, sorry.
Name added to list. So anyway, we'll probably be, you know, start sending those out, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. But basically 2, 3, and 4 are done as well. So the homework is pretty much done. And I'm going to be shifting my focus onto activity 1.4 and looking at what's already there and kind of working with it, which is the stand-up briefing section. So that's it for me.
Cool.
Gene, Charles, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Oh, seems like there's a slew of potential activities that are done or nearing that. Are we going to be overloading ourselves on peer reviews? Can we go? I think we've talked about this before about going outside of this group to do peer reviews as well.
Yeah, the first layer is ECF. You can go outside to ECF, and then when you do the tryouts, you can go directly to the instructors.
Oh, you can. You don't have to go through their soups.
Well, you do, but I'm just, yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
rules of engagement. But what I'm saying is first level for peer reviews is anybody in ECF. And then we usually tap the instructors for tryouts. The only reason we don't ask instructors usually to do tryouts is because they're so tasked and so busy normally that that would not be a good thing. But if you know an instructor who's like taking a vacation to the Bahamas or something, go ahead and tap them.
Yeah, they're going to do a peer review on their vacation to the Bahamas. Sorry, Gene.
I was meaning to be funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, I dropped my laptop in the sea. Sorry, I didn't finish.
Yeah.
And we find it, 10 years later? Okay.
Still open to your document.
Okay, let's see, Joyce.
Hey guys, I trying to figure out where to start. I have a question, Gene. All of the photos and images that we put into the Captivate memory game, do those not memory game, sorry, the Would You Rather, any of these, do they need to be FDO approved?
You're going to you've been
Tasked to find that out.
yeah. What we can do is well, first of all, most of our photos are coming in from Divids, and most of our photos are coming in from Sole Source. We are trying to keep track of the Divids ones before copyrights, or if you use any others. But the way that the FDO review primarily goes is we make sure that we tell them about any, for example, any videos. Like if we use an Air Force video from YouTube, we would put that down. We any audios, media first, reading excerpts next, or reading. So for example, if we use technical manual 1111, we need to put that down.
Okay. Well, the reason why I'm asking is because 3 of the photos for the military section, Debbie actually found 3 of the photos that we're using. This week I asked her, what are the links for those? I didn't have the links, I only had the images. And she was able to give me one of the links, which was a DVID. Then she gave me a second link, which was from a .edu, which made me nervous. I've been staying away from .edu. And then she couldn't find the link for the last one. So I'm kind of wondering if I need to replace those.
No, you don't need to replace them, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is that we normally do not send all of the photos links, but we always want you to keep your photo links because we need to go find the picture, and also
Right.
because we also have to justify it for copyright.
Right,
And-
that too.
And then also sometimes the graphics ladies say, is there a better photo? You say, I love this photo, I need it, and it's been taken off like a cell phone. It's
Right.
not gonna work.
Okay. So we're okay, even though I don't have one of the links.
That's fine. That's fine because again, the ladies are pretty good about knowing their copyright laws and everything. I'm going to just go with the assumption that Debbie and Yvette knew that this was probably an allowable source. I don't think they go off too. I mean, because they're the ones that were training us a lot of times on copyright.
Okay, so I'm not going to worry about them then. Just wanted to check before I got any further. I thought I had worked out my lesson plan, and then I realized that I gave myself 2 period 3s on day 2. And so, Jean, what I've done is I've reworked it again. And this time, what I
You cut out there.
Yeah, you cut out.
I
We-
can't hear
We
you.
lost your mic.
Oh. Can you hear me?
It's cutting in and out. It's like you got a short in your cord.
Is it still bad?
But now you're okay there.
Okay, maybe I'll just keep my video off. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so so what I was thinking of proposing, Jean, is to have us do 1 to 2 minute clips and maybe have 4 different clips of advice that could be played, one each day, and putting it at the end of a period, and just calling it day 1 advice, day 2 advice, day 3 advice, something like that is my proposal in order to give myself
Love it.
to just break it up. What do you think?
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay, fabulous. Yay. So now my lesson plan is good to go again.
Joyce, you might look at the 353 stuff where we do that, where you have the
Right, because y'all have
advice.
the SME stuff, right?
Yeah,
What do they
exactly.
call it, Charles? I couldn't remember
Oh,
about that stuff.
what do we call that?
SME
No, it's
something talk.
IP talks.
IP talks. There
Yeah.
we go. And of course, I can't quite go that way, but yeah. So I
Well, I'm thinking
If
more in the tune of like where they do the IP talk and then have like exercise after it type thing.
right, and this is where I just want a quick, no more than 5 minutes on it. Kind of at the end of a period, beginning of a period, beginning of the day, they can just quickly put it into the day and move on. Because teachers, we all have a tendency to, we want to go deeper and we spend too much time on some things, so which can be good. The other thing, okay, I spoke with Sarah Magole about about my placemats that I'm trying to make that would have the different parts and pieces, and they cannot print front to back. It would have to be a one-sided thing, and I need to talk to Nell and Jean and see if it looks like it could be as much as $1,500. I think I'm overestimating there, so I don't know if that's too much or if we can't pursue that and need to go a cheaper route. But that's kind of where I'm at right now with the placemats for the Lego activity. I was very excited. She was wonderful. She worked so quickly. I couldn't believe it. Asked her last week about it. She got me bids this week. Would you rather? We got to see a demo of the military questions all laid out. We made a couple of fine tunings, but it looks really good. Very excited about that project. And now the ladies should be able to, as Mark would say, they're cooking on gas now. Everything's kind of figured out and everything's been tweaked now. And so I really feel like they're going to be cruising with that one where it'll be up and going. I'm hoping, you know, I don't know, have a date, but I think that now we have the bugs worked out that's going to get going. Lego, I am hoping to have a in-person trial next week, Monday. Charles has agreed to it. I asked Guy, I haven't heard back. I started to think he was on leave today, but maybe he just doesn't check his email inside the VBS3 lab. But I'm hoping Guy and Charles might be able to do an in-person lab. If Guy's not comfortable with it, I might need somebody else. I was trying to tap people that hadn't played with the Lego yet to do this in-person one. And since they were fresh and didn't know what to expect quite with it, that's why I was kind of focusing on those two. So we'll see if Guy's available, and hopefully on Monday we can do that.
You just don't want me to finish, Joyce. That's just mean. I'm kidding.
You know what, Rhea? I might use you as that second go. You only did half of it.
I can't come in person. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You enjoy that then. And then after I do that and I get their peer review information, I would like to try to get the military people to do it for me, since I don't think I have students to tap right now with the same language ability. Echo language ability might not be high enough to do what we need to do, since they haven't met their ECLs yet. But maybe tap the military people, like maybe Jansen and somebody, to see if they can do it for us and do a trial run, just one last one to kind of get a last feedback. I've started working on on to follow on training, that resource. I want to make it into like a reading. It's already a reading, and then make it into like a multiple choice game, maybe using a PowerPoint. Mark's, I got to do a peer review from Mark this week, and that was really cool. And see how he had made his multitasking activity, and the way he did his PowerPoint, I was like, oh, I could just do a PowerPoint and maybe leave the ladies alone, since I've already tasked them with so many things already. That would be a simple way to do it, but to try to create more of a gamification effect to it. And then there's the vocabulary game, a video. I've been switching out some of the vocabulary that I wanted to change. Hearing y'all talk about the glossary makes me a little bit nervous, because I am basing the vocab words from the current glossary. So if anything is deleted out of the glossary, changes may need to be made to this game, which it could be an easy change. I think the ladies just would have to change out which word is showing.
Joyce,
yes.
I don't think that's really
But
a
don't
problem.
forget you have your own.
Yeah, I don't think that's really a problem. You're 109A, and if the words are in the glossary from before, then they're ones that they would need to follow on training anyway. So I don't know.
We're not changing any of this. We're not creating new definitions. If we're using that same word, we're not adding to it. You know what I mean? So all the words are going to stay the same. The only thing that's going to be different about the glossaries is if anything is added.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't worry about it so much. We lost her.
Say that again?
So we lost you.
Like, did you lose me again?
Yeah.
Am I back or no?
You are.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get a new mic.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Well, last thing I wanted to say, just a thanks to all the people who did the Lego peer reviews, because it is intensive and it's very involved procedures. And this week Robert did it for me, and really appreciate the comments and the insights that he gave me. I've made notes of some to talk to Jean about, and I think, it just really, man, the feedback is so essential to making sure that these things run smoothly. So thank you guys, appreciate it. And I'm done.
Thank you, Joyce. Mark?
Okay, yeah. I'd say first off the bat, I'm just really happy to be finally done with security cooperation. So first time in 5 weeks, I'll probably be joining you folks tomorrow for the ECFS meeting at 11. And so Jean, get ready, because that one is a bear. I don't know how far along you are on it, but I almost went brain dead a couple times there just doing that. That aside, then with 1.3, thanks to Joyce and Robert. Robert, I know your feedback's coming in here real quick and stuff, but that's ongoing, which is the inside look at ATC, 20 different video clips that go along with multitasking activity that students watch a video, answer a question, and then solve a math problem at the same time. And so far the results look good as far as Joyce's take on it, that it's graded appropriately. So yeah, may end up cutting that thing in half, because I've been kind of taking another look at the M311 spreadsheet that I've put together for the lesson plan, and trying to find some fit and finish to be able to, move some stuff around. And it looks like if it is, as talking about in the activity 1.3, if it's maybe a little bit too long, you need to cut it down maybe by 1/2 to make things flow properly. And then one more thing for Julie. I did add in a new rubric, a checklist and rubric for 1.4, and some developer notes on Canvas for you to look at when you get to that point of doing 1.4. Just some thoughts to keep in mind, and hopefully that rubric will help consolidate some things for you. So
I'll check it out.
yeah, so really that's about it for me.
Okay, any questions for Mark?
I have a question, but I don't know if it's for Mark. I'm home now. And it's mostly because I haven't been able to read the whole.
Ree, you're going out.
Yeah, last thing I heard was read the whole. Hello, Ree.
She's in the drive-through.
Oh, no, she says home from her text, but she's in a part of the house with no signal.
Mark, did you see my comment? I just, you mentioned the security cooperation thing. I remember all the language objectives. They taught us how not to do a language objective.
Right.
And this activity, in this module, you will understand, you will.
Yeah, well, they're not English teachers.
Yeah, I know.
Back with us, Ree? Oh, we lost her completely. She bounced out. Well, I guess we can come back to her question.
Okay, I'm
Oh.
back in. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Because I've been buried in JW ceremony land, I thought I saw an email that from Charles, like saying John's doing something else now, and
Mhm.
whatever the changes are, am I still gonna have John as my helper, not helper, but mentor for the weather stuff starting Monday?
Yes.
Okay, that's really all I need to know. Because I'm like, y'all can't leave me. You already took Rob over for VBS. You can't take John too, because our weather is gonna suck if it's left to me
It's-
by myself. That's all I gotta say.
Ree, it's on his very big plate.
Bree, you're on your own.
Thanks, team. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. All right, that's all I
Ree,
was trying to ask.
Ree, when you next week, meet with me on Monday, and we'll get kind of, well, meet when you are able to, because I know you'll be in a different state by then. Meet me when you're able, and we'll kind of get you kind of give you some taskings for the end of toward the end of the year, including working on the weather. Okay.
Yeah, I think I just want to take Monday to actually read all the emails and try to catch up. And then I'm back,
Okay. I don't know. I still have 1,000 that I haven't read yet. So, okay, go ahead.
Well, and I was supposed to finish the security cooperation during this time because I thought I might have a minute. Silly me. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Did I hope I did not skip anybody. I think I went down. Charles,
No, I think we got everybody. Yeah,
did we get everybody?
I think so.
All right. Does anybody have this? Okay. So this is how it's going to be toward the end of the year, and might as well just say it now. A lot of people are taking leave. We understand that because, again, people are use and lose. So don't be bashful or timid about pulsing us and asking questions about things, because again, there could be 2 or 3 chiefs in 1 week because of leave. There could be, you could be taking leave, your PO could be taking leave. So what I'm saying is, please just try to be patient with all of us and everything. And if you do not hear us and everything, our ways of communication. You can text us, you can call us, you can email us from the private and the dot mail. And let me tell you, when we're taking leave, I'm going to only speak personally for myself. I'm doing a staycation, or I am watching my 3-year-old nephew. So please interrupt me if you want to. Okay.
Can I add a suggestion and see if POs are cool with it?
Mhm.
We do have that shared calendar. It'd be cool if unless there's some aversion to mark when we're on leave, so we don't have to try to remember and risk emailing and never getting a reply.
It's not a bad idea.
The person who has the aversion or the person who does not want that is Nell. And it was because of
Right.
her research with privacy. So that's the reason
Right.
why we don't do it now. I mean, the reason why we don't do it is because of Nell's research into the privacy and leave and all that business.
Good
But
point. But if you put a vacation message on your email, then people will receive that. You know, if they send you an email, they'll get a vacation reply.
that would be great. So again,
Oh, yeah, okay.
So please make sure you put, if you are going to be on significant leave or something, please make sure. And also, again, just, be patient with us. And again, there's many different ways of communicating with us. But again, November and December, most of us, and including the instructors, are going to be out. So just realize it's not going to be as easy to catch people until probably the beginning of the year again. So, don't freak out on me, but just say, okay, I'll put it on a to-do list and, catch you in 2021. All right.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been so busy. I didn't realize we even have a holiday next week. I was like, oh, really? Cool.
It's a one dayer, like in the middle of the week. You would
Still,
you would miss it anyway,
it was,
right?
yeah, it just wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, it's in Europe, it's the World War One remembrance.
Yeah,
For us, I think is it Veterans Day?
it's Veterans Day. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
The Poppy Day and Veterans Day. So it's what was it, 11/11?
Mhm.
Anyway, it was a whole bunch of 11s.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions for us? And we appreciate your time this afternoon.
Go team. You guys are.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
don't
are,
have any questions, but I do want to say, because I wasn't able to stay on the call before, if you did not RSVP for JW's thing, but you plan to go, you're not going to get the program unless I have your email in my list. And I was hoping to not have to 1 and 2 it, but for my small team here, I will.
Ree, I don't remember if I RSVP'd or not, and I cannot find the email about that.
Well, if you plan to attend, I'll just add your name now. But that's what I was just gonna say. If you tell me now, because it's way too much work on me to go find all the different emails. That's why we had the RSVP link, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not doing this for anyone outside of our team.
Right.
I did.
What time is it out again tomorrow?
If you want to watch the whole thing, including the dedication over in the new area, it starts at 1:30. If you want to kind of hang back and just wait for the celebration of life that is specifically just about JW, that's going to start closer to 3 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
I have the program, but it's buried so deeply in my email. It's down there somewhere.
You don't have the program. I haven't mailed it yet.
Oh, not the, okay. The RSVP. I'm sorry.
Oh, the invitation. Okay.
I
so
have
you are
that,
gonna
but
go?
no, I did RSVP, I believe, but it's
Okay, you're good then.
like I said, the message is so far down in my email. I gotta find it again.
Oh,
But
Ree,
I will.
Oh.
Go ahead, John. Sorry.
Ree, so you said 3 o'clock, so that's gonna be an hour and a half over at the sim?
Yeah, it totally shouldn't take that long. I don't think it's gonna, but protocol's in charge and they seem to think it's gonna take that long.
Okay, because I've got like instructions to be at school at 1300, and I'm gonna be sitting there for 2 hours waiting for.
Right, so you'll get final instructions today. There's no reason for you. to
Okay,
be
just
there.
let Joe know since
That
he'll
early,
be
yeah.
he'll let us know.
Yeah,
I
you're
guess,
good.
right? All right.
Yep. All right, so
Those who are going to record that JW thing for you, will be going over to your Zoom. Is that correct?
yes, so let me, if you guys don't mind, if I can put it in the chat right now, the link that it will be, that way I don't have to try to figure out how to get it onto my phone.
Go for it.
Because I'm going to use this account. I left my .mil at work yesterday. I was there way too late. I was like, I refuse to go home and work on it anyway. So I didn't even bring it. So that's why I'm not getting any of those emails right now. So let me just grab it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So thanks, Jean, or whoever thought of that. Because it's less work on you to try to get the recording and everything right. Just
Whoever joins, and then also, but still be on the lookout, because I think a few, like Mr. Robert, are going to actually send it to you, but they know how to use the tech.
Right. All right, let me just create an open room real quick or just get my number. I just don't remember.
I think
it.
I can. I'll try.
You'll be all right.
Well,
No, if
thank
you
you.
can open your Zoom, you can hit record, right? And then all it does is
Oh, yeah.
email you when it's ready. And then basically just send me that file.
Reed, do you have the
Cool.
paid, do you have a subscription?
Yeah,
Okay.
mine was paid for when I was in the CAG. That's why.
Yeah,
And
see,
then-
that's
but I
why
have
it's
my-
automatic. The free one is not automatic. It takes up to 72 hours for them to process it and then send it back to you.
If you do a local recording, it processes much faster on your local machine.
Right.
You can
instead
have
of
it
the
within an
cloud.
hour rather than 72 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I forgot to click. I'll do it
Yeah, if you
again.
record, if you say record on this computer,
Right.
then you'll get it. It depends on the
Oh.
speed of your computer.
Yeah.
I have a gaming machine here, so I process it in like 5 minutes. But on my old machine, it could take an hour to process an hour-long meeting.
Yeah, and it's going to be like a 1 minute recording, by the way. Please don't drone on.
Yeah.
But like Bess is like 1:15, and it just really warmed my heart, and it just made me even more upset that I didn't get more back. But then what I realized is I got like 2 or 3 emails from instructors on Monday, which was the deadline. They're like, sorry, I hadn't seen the email kind of thing. And so I'm like, ugh, I hope it wasn't one of those, it wasn't pushed out, right? But then again, everyone's responsible for checking their .mil, including the instructors, I do believe. So it's kind of one of those, I have to draw the line somewhere, right? And I need to get it to protocol, and they leave at like 3:30 or 4 because they have to make the disc.
So we're doing it now. So
Right.
thank you, everybody. And I hope you have, we'll see you everybody tomorrow. And also, Charles, I think you can stop recording now. And thanks, Charles, for helping me out on this one.
Mhm.
And one more time,